Hi, this is Dr. Tori from Sunlife Chiropractic, and we're here to share Claire's chiropractic journey.
Hi.
So Claire, one of your biggest things in your life is the role that being a dancer plays. So tell us a little bit about what that looks like in your day-to-day life.
In a normal school year or even in the summer, I dance like 10 to 12, maybe even more hours a week. And it looks like I dance constantly, and I love it because that's like my sport. Some people don't think it's a sport, but I do.
It's a sport.
And it's where I get my exercising, where I get my joy, and I love it.
Yeah. Well, and I love that too, because even the power to 10 plus hours a week is a pretty significant commitment physically. And one thing we were talking a little bit about is also just where you're at. School pressure increases, social pressure increases. So tell us just a little bit more about how you feel like your overall load on your schedule or your busyness or your stress levels feel just on the day-to-day.
It's a lot, especially like if I have a school project or sometimes I get like dance homework where you have to do like research on a famous dancer or something like that. And it's just a lot of stress, but usually I manage it, usually Sunlife helps. And when I come in, they just relieve a lot of my stress.
Yeah, well, that's a great question. So for you, what was one of the things that made you interested in wanting to try chiropractic care?
Well, my sister, Elizabeth, she started doing it, and then it was helping her through her health issues. So I had stress and from dance, and just so I didn't get injuries proactively, I decided to come because I thought that since it was helping her that it could help me.
Yeah, well, and I love that so much because sometimes it's watching the benefits that someone else gets to even realize what chiropractic can do, because a big misconception is that chiropractic is, we've talked about this a lot, joking about chiropractic's only for adults or chiropractic's only for back pain. And it was your personal experience that helped you realize, oh, wait a second. And we've laughed before because you've shared it with other people that have the same response, chiropractic is only for adults or chiropractic's for old people. And you're like, no, it's not. But let's talk about, since you've been getting adjusted and even just your performance at dance, what have you noticed physically in your physical ability for either recovery or performance in dance since starting chiropractic care?
Okay, well, I had 2 foot injuries from dance, and one I got when I was on stage performing at a competition, and one I got from doing a dance trick. You, Dr. Tori, have helped me a lot through those. You've told me good things to do, like icing in red light and resting. And you've also looked at my foot and you've helped me understand what was going on. And then also I had severe headaches, really severe. And then as you adjusted my head and felt it, and again, you've given me some tips on what to do. It's helped me a lot, and now I don't have headaches anymore.
Yeah. Ooh, let's talk about the foot injury, because your most recent foot injury, in a lot of ways, was irritation, inflammation, overuse. And you went to a traditional doctor and they were kind of like, oh, this is what it is. And in here we were able to, like you said, talk through some things like adjusting your foot, decreasing the inflammation. And what was from your experience when you went seeking answers for your foot, what was your experience of how you felt like they were either able to help you or not help you?
Well, they just gave me an answer, and a lot of times I can relate that to dance because they tell me I did that wrong, or they tell me what it is, but they don't tell me how to help and how to fix it. And that's something really important in my life. I want to know how I can do better and how I can change it and what I can do more. I like reaching for answers and how they got this.
Yeah, that's so powerful because you're like, okay, well, it's great, this is what it is, so now what do I do about it? And that feeling that a lot of people feel like being left and saying, hey, you know what, yes, I have this, but now where do I go from here? How do I actually get help? Is so powerful.
Yeah.
How do you feel after you get adjusted? How does your body feel when you do get adjusted?
It feels really good, not just from the adjustment, but your presence, because you guys are always listening and you're always so kind and happy, and it just makes me feel really welcome and like good. And like when I have drama at school or projects or a lot of dance stress, it's just you guys always help me and relieve that stress, and it feels really good.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts about seeing people is how much I get to know y'all and y'all's life. I'm heavily invested. every time I see everyone, I'm like, so where are we at? But anyways, I really appreciate that because I love hearing about y'all's life and your story and what your presence even means to me in the office. So if you were to say one thing to someone who is dancing at a high level the same way you're at, and is potentially noticing some like physical signs of fatigue or emotional stress popping up, and you were to talk to even say just a friend of yours in your dance class, what would you tell them about why they should seek chiropractic care?
I would definitely tell them my story and how it's helped me, and then I would tell them that they need to see you because to relieve stress and to be proactive so they don't get an injury. Because if they get an injury and then they just decide, oh, it's just a little bruise, but it wasn't, and they keep dancing on it, that can cause, like, you might never dance again, which is really bad.
Yeah, it's so powerful. You're totally correct about that. That a lot of times what we do is we'll have little injuries. We'll say, oh, okay, it will heal, it'll be better. And what we don't address just turns into new problems. And oftentimes, same with kids, even developmentally, we'll see things pop up. Even stress pops up potentially elementary school. We think, oh, it's no big deal. But then as you move through middle school, as you move through high school, it continues to compound if you don't address it. Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Claire, about sharing your story.
Of course.
And I look forward to seeing how chiropractic continues to support you, even as you move through middle school, eventually into high school, and continue to dance.
Yes.